everyone, it's Danielle, and I am going to be doing something a little different on this layout than I normally do. So for Christmas from my dear husband and my parents, I got some scrapbooking supplies. I got like a heat gun and some embossing powders and these stencils and then just a few other mixed media type things. And it's definitely something that I'm wanting to dabble in. I don't at all know what I'm doing whatsoever. Anything that I'm doing, I've just seen other people on YouTube do, and I've liked it. Um, and I I don't know that I'll ever get too crazy with this type of stuff. I think what you see here is about as advanced as I'll ever get. I really like when people use different techniques on their scrapbook pages, but overall I am just more of a simple scrapbooker. So I think that what other people do is super pretty, and I always like watching them do it. It's just probably not something that I would ever feel comfortable doing. But this technique right here, just taking this embossing paste and running it over this stencil like this, I think this looks super cute and definitely something that I can handle. And I really like the way it turned out, so I'll probably definitely be doing it again. That embossing paste is by Wendy Vecchi, and then that polka dot stencil is a Heidi Swap stencil. Super cute. And I really like the way that turned out. I like the texture that it brings, and then it's the whole white on white thing. It's just, I really like that. So that's something that I can handle and will probably definitely be doing again. These are just 3 photos that I took of my daughter, and I printed them out in black and white, and I just wanted them placed on that top part of my layout. And then I'm going to tuck these tags in behind here. I got these from Tuesday Morning, and they're an American Craft brand. So I'm going to be bringing in these flowers that I made, and this is a technique that I got from Vilna Verstenberg, and she has a video on her YouTube channel that I'll link down below where she shows you how to make these flowers. So I got this cut file from her shop, and then I just followed her technique. So it was nothing that I was going to show you in this video, just because she does a great job at showing you it, and you know, it wasn't my technique to begin with, but I just cut out those flowers with my silhouette using her cut file, and then I painted those with Martha Stewart paint. So once I decide which flowers I want to use and where I want to put them, I think about my title. So at first I thought about using these Amy Tangerine thickers, just because I thought it brought in more of the black from those tags. But I pulled out these Studio Calico letters, and I got these in a kit that I picked up when they were having their after Thanksgiving special. I don't remember which one it came from. But I chose these ones because I thought they were a little bit more girly. Some of the letters just have some loops on them, and I think the font itself is just a little bit more girly-ish, so I thought that it looked really good on this layout. So my title, sometimes I don't even put a title on my scrapbook pages, and if I do, they tend to be a little bit smaller. So this one is going to be kind of big. I'm going to put She Loved Those Braids. And so I'm just getting it down on some of this paper just so that I can play with the placement of it a little bit. And I see people use wax paper for this, which is probably a better choice, but I don't have any, and I keep forgetting to pick some up. Probably one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of titles is because I don't like putting these stickers on my layouts. I think if I had the wax paper, it'd be much easier. So I just kind of play with the placement on where I want to put these, and once I decide where I like them, I go ahead and get everything adhered down to my layout. So I'm just using a tape runner to get the photos down, but on those flowers, since they're kind of a little bit more bulky, I decide to go ahead and use hot glue. And you don't actually see me put the glue on the flowers because my glue gun is a complete mess. I make bows for my daughter, and so there are just feathers and thread and anything else stuck to that glue gun, and it just looks horrible. So I just decided to glue those kind of off to the side so you couldn't see it. But basically the story behind these photos is this day was the first day that I ever put those cute little braided pigtails in her hair. And even when I was doing her hair, you could tell that she was just like, what are you doing? Because she kept looking back. And once I got all done, she reached up and she felt her hair. And I said, well, do you want to go look in the mirror? And she said yes. So she ran into the bathroom and got on her little stool and just got the biggest smile I have ever seen. She loved them. It was, I think, one of the cutest moments ever. And just all day she kept reaching up and feeling them, and she kept asking me, Mom, what are these called? I would say they're called pigtails. And oh, she loved them. And now whenever I ask how, how she would do your hair, she'll always say pigtails. That's her first choice. So she was just so cute. So I definitely wanted to do a scrapbook about this day. And after she had looked in the mirror, and we just kind of walked out to the living room, and I took a bunch of pictures. So I just took 3 of my favorite ones and printed them out for this layout. So I'm just getting these letters stuck down here. And after I do this, I work on my journaling. And I was even thinking maybe I don't want to journal on this because I think this looks good, and it probably would have been fine. But it was such a cute story that I did want to jot down a few notes, but I was kind of afraid just because I had did that stencil technique, and so I was a little bit afraid of just writing on the layout. And it was at this point right here that I realized I absolutely hated it. It was a little crooked, and I just didn't think it matched at all. So I'm just thinking of, what am I going to do to fix this? I think about just covering up with another piece of paper, and I thought, no, that looks horrible. So I just finish out my, I just finish it out. And then I draw these messy lines around the edge, thinking that will help bring in the journaling somehow, and it still doesn't. So I just think I'm just going to finish it up. So I get these sequins on the page, and these are by Teresa Collins. And then I just decide to let it sit on my table. And that night I came to it and I decided, no, I have to change it. And what made that decision super easy was I had another piece of cardstock that I had done that stencil technique on sitting right there by it. I had practiced that before I did it for the layout. And so it was very easy for me just to pick up all of those layers and put it on that practice sheet of cardstock. And because I hot glued everything down, it was pretty much stuck together. It was super, super simple. And then I just typed out my journaling on the computer, which actually made it so I could fit kind of some more of that story in. And I think the look of that typed journaling matches those tags, and overall I just think it's a lot better look. So that is the finished product, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.